Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. We all know that statement. A lot of us don't listen to it. But it looks like Todd Bowley is actively trying to pursue the Rafael Leao deal by preparing well. He has held talks with AC Milan about signing the kid for £60 million. That bid was rejected, and we've got the number that is going to take that Milan want for him. It's a crazy number. Number two, with Broja out, what does this mean for Chelsea? Well, Chelsea are going into the market. We've got three names that we're linked with: Ronaldo, Felix and Vlahovic. I'm bringing you all the smoke. Let's get into it. Welcome to the Kavkas View, guys, and you already know what it is. Your favorite YouTube dietitian when it comes to the Chelsea news, and I am here to deliver. So, what do I ask from you guys for this beautiful service that we be providing here on this channel? Number one, for you lot to hit the like button. Number two, for you lot to subscribe to the channel. And number three is very simple. In the comment below, there's a pinned link to all of my social networking sites. If you want to go and follow me on Instagram and build the community, please support Twitter, build the community. So it goes a long way. It's something free you guys can do. And finally, thank you very much for this year. Guys, the numbers have been impeccable. The numbers have been crazy. This is real growth. It's to the point where this could become a very big channel. And you lot showed it to me this year that you guys like the service that I'm providing here. And if you lot keep this energy up, more people are going to see this, more people are going to watch, more people are going to subscribe, and this can become a bigger channel. Live streams, podcast shows, more demand, the more content I can provide. So you lot, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Now let's break down the news. Let's get into it. So when it comes to Rafael Leao, his reputation has been going through the roof, right? Started off at Sporting Lisbon. He ended up getting out of his contract and joining Lille, and then he joined AC Milan, and he has been phenomenal. Now all the hottest clubs in the world are trying to get him off AC Milan's hands. He's got 12 months left on his deal in the summer, and he doesn't want to re-sign apparently. He does not want to stay at AC Milan at this moment in time. This could be a negotiation ploy to get more money, because he's actively looking for somewhere in the region of 250,000 euros net, and AC Milan just can't give him that, because I think their best earner is on 100k. It will destroy their wage structure. So Mendes is trying to get him out to another club. So what has been going on? AC Milan have been offering him a new deal, what they believe is fair, but Chelsea have been holding talks with them, and Manchester City and Real Madrid have been inquiring about the player to potentially bring him to themselves. Chelsea have put in a £60 million bid. It was rejected in the summer. We know that. Now Chelsea have been talking with him, and Bowley's been pushing the charge to get this man across. However, and this is the big however, this is the biggest one. Chelsea know what it's going to take to get the player. £128 million. And that is an abnormal amount of money. This is being reported by numerous journalists, and they are actively saying Chelsea are going to try and get him. Potter is a massive fan. The issue here is, though, he's going to be on a free in 12 months' time. Yes, Chelsea need to be very careful in what they do, because once he's on a free, there's more competition, and you don't know, we might not even be in the Champions League, so we could miss out on a big talent. Paying 128 million for a club that is going to lose their asset on a free is ridiculous. It's not bad business, if anything. It's negligence, in my opinion. So I genuinely do not believe that he's worth that amount of money, because I don't believe the quality of his work at this moment in time, the catalogue is not there for us to say, you know what, go and throw the bag at him. You're buying potential. You're not buying proven commodity. He's had one season of being amazing. The other seasons is a youth player, growing, mistakes, developing. So we need to be very realistic in what we're trying to do here. Is he a top tier talent? 100%. Is he what we need to get us into the Champions League on a yearly basis? We don't know that, because we've only seen 1 year of work. But at this moment in time, I think Chelsea should keep negotiating, try to get that price as low as possible, and around about 70 to 75 million pounds is what I would pay for this asset, purely because of the fact that we don't know what we're buying. So it's very interesting to see what was going to happen. So Armando Broja has come out and put an Instagram message out discussing that he's injured. He's been very transparent and very honest that this is a tough period in his time, and that this is just part of his journey, and I think this is the way he needs to look at it. Because look, we can all be doom and gloom, but sometimes life throws stuff at us and we need to work around it. I think Broja understands the chance that he had on his hand. Broja literally was competing against Kai Havertz and Orba, and it got to the point where he potentially could have become Chelsea's number one. Like, look, when you grow up being a Chelsea fan the way this kid has been, coming through the ranks and just get your opportunity to become a starter at Chelsea Football Club, and when you have been given a chance, he's been good. He's been inconsistent, but good. And the key here, and this is what I think is opening winded for us is that we need to go back into the market. And the reason we need to go into the market is because I think Chelsea understand that they need a forward. And we've been linked with 3 players. We're going to break down each story and we are going to talk about whether these 3 are the correct fit. Can we go till the end of the season with Aubameyang and Havertz? I think we can. But is it going to secure us top 4? I don't know, because it's very difficult at this moment in time to know what Chelsea we're going to get. Like, Chelsea has not been a good team for a while now. And since Tuchel has been sacked, a lot of refurbishment has been occurring. And when there's so much refurbishment, there is inconsistencies and there's teething and there's just issues, systemic issues that need to be resolved. And at this moment in time, I don't think we've resolved. So we've been linked with 3 players. 2 by Nacer Cancela and number 3 by Ben Jacobs. We're going to start with Ben Jacobs. Ben Jacobs spoke about how Chelsea have held contact with Dusan Vlahovic. If you don't know who Dusan Vlahovic is, get to know. This kid is 22 years old. He played for Fiorentina and banged a lot of goals, moved to Juventus by rejecting Arsenal and literally played Arsenal around in January. The only issue here is Vlahovic's camp want a lot of money. And Juventus at this moment in time are going through a little period where they could be in a little bit of financial trouble. Go and read about it if you want. I don't know enough to be discussing it here. So what can we talk about? We know that Dusan Vlahovic could get sold and Chelsea are ready to pounce on it. Let me tell you what I know about Dusan Vlahovic. Very good finisher. Vlahovic is a very good presence. He's got a lot of individualism in him. He can carry the ball well. The issue with Vlahovic is his link-up play. But he's 22 years old and that's usually the last thing that comes to a target man striker or a forward that is playing number 9. It's something that develops with age and experience. So we need to be very patient with him. But we know he can score free kicks. We know he's got ingenuity when it comes to his finishing. And we know he's got pure striking goal threat. So for us, that's a win-win, right? Dusan Vlahovic could make sense. But Ben Jacobs is saying nothing concrete has happened. This is just initial discussions with his camp and our camp. And this is very common in football world. People always have conversations. People are always saying, you know what, maybe this could work out one day. Why not? Number 2, Joao Felix, guys. Joao could become our false 9. Like, why not? We literally could go after him. We know he wants to leave. We know Simeone wants to get rid of him. And we know that it's got to the point now where this relationship is untenable. You can't fix it. That this relationship needs to end in divorce. This is a relationship that has ran its course and neither side is willing to tip. Joao can't go back to playing 8 minutes. Like, it doesn't work. And Diego Simeone doesn't want a forward like Joao, whose work rate he deems ineffective. And this is where we are very, very, very considerate of what could happen. Chelsea might just go in for a loan with an obligation to buy in the summer. And that is very interesting for me because could we go in that form? A lot of people are going to say, no, we've got Kai Havertz, we've got Aubameyang, we do not need another false 9. We don't need another player that's going to be playing the same positions as Kai. I don't know. I'm not certain about that. I think people have pigeonholed Kai into a certain position and they just don't want to let go of it. I think Kai could be a phenomenal Antoine Griezmann. A lot of people are going to disagree with that, but Kai's got the work rate. Kai can play that number 10 position. Kai can roam around the pitch and get it and go into shadow areas where he's picking up the ball and just causing all sorts of havoc. He can score a lot of goals. I think people need to be a little bit more optimistic. And finally, this is the big one. And this is the one, if this happens, I am going to lose it because I do not want this to happen under no circumstances. We're linked with Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo to Chelsea. Sui at his finest, as Speed would say. We do not need him at this club. I'm sorry. We have been sold with a project, right? And every single time I hear about this project, I get sick because for me, it's annoying that we're going after young players only and we're not going after the elite caliber. But Ronaldo is no longer the elite caliber. Ronaldo's looking for his retirement age right now. Like, he's 39 years old. He's got 2 years at most left in the professional game, let alone the Premier League. He doesn't have much time left in the Premier League, So for us to go after him is just a massive slap in the face and it's just a cash cow move by our board. I don't want this to happen. This would be the worst thing to happen. How can you go from Dusan Vlahovic links to Joao Felix to Moukoko to Nkunku to Cristiano Ronaldo? I'm sorry, that just can't happen. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't want it to happen, nor do I think it will happen. I think we just can't antagonize ourselves to the point where we actually think it's going to happen. But those are the 3 links that Ben Jacobs and Nacer Cancela have been linking us. These are reliable journalists. These are journalists that are consistently personally go for my news, so I think they're good enough for you guys as well. But all jokes aside, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I really hope you lot appreciated this video today because I really enjoyed making it. Peace out, I'm out. Hasta luego.